I am excited. I just got this bad boy in. Can't wait to review it. Are they getting better with age? Is every year getting better than one before? Blue corn is one of my favorites, but only one way to find out. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and I love me some Stella Austin. Blue corn is just one of those things that just hits right most years. Now, first year, it was not my favorite that year. It came in second for me out of their Bottle and Bond series. But the last few years, it has been coming in as my top one for the Bottle and Bond series. Will it continue to be my number one in their Bottle and Bond seasonal series? Let's find out. Now, I'm excited about popping this one open. I've always enjoyed the blue corn, the Stella Austin blue corn Bottle and Bond. Ooh, nice pop. Always love that pop. Nice pour. All right, now that I popped this open, kind of set it to the side, we'll let it breathe a little while, but let's talk a little bit about this. So this is Stella Austin, their blue corn. It's their Bottle and Bond series, and this is their winter one. So if you look on the back here, you can see right here, winter 2025. Every year, this just seems to get better and better with age. Has a 6-year age statement on it, and it's 100 proof because it is their Bottle and Bond series. This whiskey is our seasonal Bottle and Bond series, captured the ingredients, flavors, and themes of the season from which they are inspired. For this winter release, symbolized by the winter crow, we employ blue corn to evoke the endless winter night sky. The spirit's deep oaky flavor and hints of butterscotch and cinnamon make this a perfect bourbon for sipping by the fire. The artwork on it is always beautiful. I love it, and I love that they have these age statements in front now. But let me get everything set up so we can get this review going. All right, so I got my trusty book out to take some notes, and I've let this kind of just air out for a little bit. So let's just first look at this. I mean, look at that color. I'm probably gonna go back and kind of look at this like with last year's and see how much darker we've gone. You know, aging in Texas can age things a little bit quicker, but that's a beautiful, beautiful color. So let's just kind of spin this in here a little bit and see how it sticks to the glass. On parts of it, the legs are a little bit separate, kind of coming down a little bit quick. It is, only 100 proof, but there is still a nice line across the top. So that's giving me some hope, but in the past, it hasn't failed me yet. So can't wait to jump into this one. All right, so let's get into it. Aromas. That is just like butterscotch candy on the nose. Get some vanilla. That just, ooh. And actually it's funny, that kind of reminds me of kind of like Brown-Forman products. That sweetness that you get. Brown sugars, little citrus, vanilla, butterscotch. No, that's just a great start. I'm actually going to give that an 8. Flavors. Let's go in for that first taste. Oh, definitely need to compare this to last year's. Wow, that was a lot of flavor for such a small sip. That first taste, just sweetness, goodness, blue corn. Like, I need to start drinking more blue corn. So anytime I drink blue corn, I'll be like, that's blue corn. I'll know it like immediately. It is, the more I start tasting, the more I taste aged ones and all that, you do notice that there is a uniqueness to blue corn. And I can see why a lot of people like it. It's just very expensive. I didn't give you any flavors on that. That was just so, my mouth got super excited and I forgot to kind of process those flavors. I mean, you're going to get that caramel, and there's a hint right now of like actually butterscotch. Is like a vanilla butterscotchy kind of flavor that's left there that hit my mouth, overwhelmed it because my palate wasn't ready for that. And so I'm gonna give that an 8 as well. Complexity. Let's see how it evolves and changes on the tongue. There's almost no spiciness to it. It's very mild, but there is a little hint of with that spice, that little bit of spiciness it has. There's a little bit of baking spice. Then there's that brown sugar, and then that's like kind of a burnt brown sugar as well. There is a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of that aging, that wood oakiness, leatherness is starting to come into play more, and a little bit earlier on that I remember from last year's. Overall, that complexity, it's nice. It goes through. That little bit of bitterness is kind of what hangs out at the end. I'm hoping that's going to go away with the next few sips, but we'll find out. So for that, I'm going to actually give that a 7.5. Mouthfeel. How does this feel on the tongue? How does this feel on that mouth, right? Let's go on for that. Yeah, some more of that burnt caramel, citrusy bitterness, oakiness, leather notes are starting to come through more. On the tongue though, coats the mid palate, a little bit of the roof, not so much the tip and not so much the back. It's only 100 proof, so it's not very high proof. as I was telling you, the viscosity on this was kind of a little runny, not very there. So, and then it does a little bit of a drying note. That tannic that's coming through is a little bit drying. So mouthfeel is good. It's not great. I would love to try one of these and just a little bit higher proof, 110, 115 proof, but I do like it. It's not bad, but I'm gonna give that a 7. Finish. How long does it stay? How does it finish on that tongue? What are we tasting at the end? That blue corn, that flavor of blue corn right in the middle. That's just yumminess. I really do like that. The sweetness is there and it evolves a little bit. I mean, it starts with that sweetness and then it goes to that blue corn and then it goes to that oakiness, leatherness. And that's kind of what stays on that. A little bit of tannic and leather stays on that tongue at the end. And it just holds there. Honestly, for being a low proof, I can see myself smoking a cigar with this because that leather kind of oakiness makes me want to taste a cigar and have that with this. So I can actually see that. And talking about that, I know that she uses a lot of blue corn in that Tanager. I know she did the first year. I'm not sure about this year, Miss Nancy Fraley. So that's probably why she uses a lot of it, because it kind of gives you those hints and it makes you want to kind of just go out and smoke a cigar with this. So not bad. The finish is still, like, even after that, I still taste it on the tongue. It's still there. It's a nice strong hint. It's not just lingering there. For 100 proofer, it's actually just staying there, and that oakiness is staying there now. And I'm enjoying the flavor still now. So for that, I'm actually going to go up to an 8 as well. Would I buy again? Yes. I love these every year. I always try to have one in a backup. Last year, I didn't do so well. Only got one. This year, I do have one in a backup. I'm trying to find some more. I have some friends looking for them. I'm trying to help people get them as well. But as soon as they're hitting the shelves, they're gone. I was in Houston this morning, went to the Total Wine there. They said they put on the shelves in the morning. It was gone within the first 10 minutes. People are lining up to get these as soon as they get on the shelves when they know they're going to hit the market. So I'm hoping I get to find a few more. So if any of you out there are seeing this, grab it off the shelf and get it. Make sure it's the winter 2025. Now, if you don't want it, call me. I'm looking for some backups. So definitely I'll take one off your hands if you can, if you don't want it. But I really think this is a great pour for that price. It's about $90, right? So for that $90 price range, I would buy it and buy again. So definitely a yes. I'm going to give that an 8.5. All right. So my total came out to 47 out of 60. For a $90 bottle, that's a hell of a score for me. I think I would definitely recommend trying this. If you can get a sample from a friend, grab one. If you can grab a bottle. Perfectly priced for what it is. Still, Austin is always between that $70 and $90 range, so it's perfect for what they do. This color just is nice and dark. The flavor, even after doing all that stuff and adding it all up, I still have that flavor in my mouth, and I haven't taken a sip since that last one. So wow, I really do enjoy this, and I hope I can find at least 1 or 2 more backups. Talking about samples, anytime I do a review, I love to share some. So in the comments below, let me know, have you ever had Still Austin? Have you had it? Have you had a pour of it? And if you have, what have you tried? And also in the comments, hit hashtag BlueCorn2025. Hashtag BlueCorn2025. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my whiskey rabbit hole, my Still Austin whiskey rabbit hole. Till our next journey, my friends, cheers.